Welcome to another episode of the Lone Recruiter Podcast. I'm your host, Brett Clemenson. Today we are live at the RCSA Conference, TalentX in Sydney, and I'm joined by Darren from Peoplebank. Darren, welcome.
Welcome.
Now, I hear this is your first podcast.
Indeed.
How old are you? Come on.
How old? Do you want to know? I am coming towards retirement age.
I love it.
That way.
Never too late, hey? Never
Yeah.
too late. So I want to kick it off. So you had a talk on the Big Biller stage earlier today, and I watched it end to end. I thought it was fantastic. And I think the topic was one of the more interesting topics for the day as well, in that the billing manager. Right. I'm not sure if there was more to the tagline. I just remember you talked about the billing manager, and my personal opinion on that is it's probably the toughest gig in recruitment. And so, yeah, talk to me. Like, you covered a lot of ground,
Right.
but if people weren't here today, what were the sort of key areas you covered in that one?
Look, I think it's a balance. I think once you've been a really good and successful account manager, you're billing high, to then transfer and manage a team as well. The balance, I suppose, is difficulty, and I mentioned this in my speech, it's stop being selfish. Stop, not everything's yours anymore. You've got to look after the team, and it's a team that you're trying to get through. So that's why it makes it difficult. But it's rewarding as well. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's not all about yourself. It's rewarding to see other people succeed. And yes, sometimes you have to hold other people's hand and walk them through. And sometimes you get frustrated by they're not doing it how you would do it. But recruitment's about style and different styles and everything else. So I like the billing manager as well because you learn from new people with new ideas. I don't know everything, even now.
I don't think anyone knows it. You've got to be open to learning, right? No. That's what this podcast has been great for. I've met so many people and you just get great ideas.
Yeah. And that's it. I think also as well is, look, one of my biggest attributes, and I didn't really go into this too much during my speeches, I'm a nosy.
You're a what?
I'm nosy.
Okay.
I like to know everything. Okay. I like to know about clients, what they're doing, but I'm also nosy with candidates. I work in IT, and I love IT. Okay. I love the unusual candidate pool, when you put it that way.
I know the type.
But I like that because they don't interview like any other person because they're uncomfortable in that environment. So I've learned over the years to take them out of that interview room environment, take them for a coffee, get them relaxed, and know about them. So if you get to know about the candidate, it's a much better position.
So billing managers, right? Is there a telltale sign to say, hey, that person's going to be great in that role, or they're not going to be cut out for it? Are there things you would look for when appointing a billing manager?
If I was appointing a billing manager, and this is what I try to get across as well, is just because you're a really good account manager and you're really billing high, and you think, the next step is to manage a team. No, it doesn't have to be. You know what I mean? If you're not going to get reward from managing a team, and not financially, it's not necessarily financial, it's personal. No. If you're not going to get personal reward by seeing somebody who's got no experience whatsoever and being part of your team, and you have to grow with them, it takes away from your billings.
So you've actually got to love the journey of bringing them along.
Absolutely.
And up for the ride. Yeah, totally.
So if you don't see that in somebody and you just see them as a selfish, coming back to that point, selfish account manager, they're probably not right to be a billing manager as well. They're better to be a business development manager or go down a practice lead route or something else. But again, it's certain people aren't going to be a billing manager if they want to be a general manager. If they just want to control people and they want to control the numbers.
That's different.
It's different
Very
again.
Different. And so you mentioned on stage leading from the front. That's your style. I think everyone's going to have their own style, but the billing manager, talk to me about that. You can get a manager who doesn't bill that much and then asking you to do 400 times what they're doing, and you just go, get fucked. Why can't you do it? I've been in those teams, and then you get the other ones who go, hey, I want you to do this. I'm going to do this, which is double that, and then you kind of go, yeah, okay, well.
Look, I'm a competitive guy. I don't think everybody who works in recruitment's a competitive guy. But yeah, I don't have a problem saying, check out my numbers, what you're doing. And I think that is respected. I think even when somebody's new into the team and they realise what you've done, you gain that respect instantly. But yeah, I was always, whatever team I've worked in, check out my numbers, what you're doing, why aren't you, just follow me. This is how I do it, this is how many visits I'll do, this is how many calls I'll do, and I just keep going, and my work ethic drives me forward. So that's what I mean by leading from the front. But yeah, being competitive with other people that think they're good, and then say, well, no, because I did this month, or I did that last month, and you didn't do as much as me.
Oh,
so
mate,
there's a little bit.
And you had some impressive figures.
I was shocked when I actually went back to the company, because they were over 15 years. Those company figures, yeah, I was.
What was the number again?
18 million over the last 15 years in personal billings, and and 42 million in EBITDA for the team.
Mate, they're good numbers.
They're good numbers.
They're good numbers. Well, congrats. Thank you. You're the second $1 million bill I've had on today in this section, so it seems to be the theme.
Yeah.
Do you know, I'm about to jump on stage straight after this, and it's less than 1% of recruiters that actually become $1 million billers.
Yeah.
Which is just,
I know.
You're elite. You're elite.
Well,
What's the secret sauce? What's the secret sauce?
I think, do you know what it is? I think you have to enjoy the job.
Yeah, you do.
If you don't get up and enjoy your job, then you're not going to do it. It's as simple as that. There's nobody, any manager can't force you to do something. So when you're asking what makes somebody good, is if you can see that they've got the passion for it, then they're going to be good.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. You've been here all day. It's the end of the day. You're getting tired. The endorphins have run. The adrenaline's died down. The food's in the belly. But you've been walking around. Have you seen anyone today that caught your eye, or has anyone said something that got you excited?
Look, you know what's like. Sydney recruitment market is so small. So I've known quite a lot of these people that walk around a lot. So yes, some people come up and say hello. I'm not the best sometimes. I recognise faces.
I have Beth whispering in my ear. That's blah blah blah. Okay, thank you.
Sometimes it takes me like I walk away and go, oh, now I know.
Yes. What's why I wear the hat? Make it easy for people, Have you seen any other speakers?
I have. I've seen a few.
Yeah. Any stand out?
I think it's just, you know what it's like. It's a little bit of something, one comment.
Yeah.
And what was really nice is, even when I was watching before I went on, they were saying stuff that I was thinking, well, that's what I was going to say anyway.
Yes.
So it's balancing that up as well.
It's good. Right. Well, look, that's it. Let's wrap it up. That was a good little session. It was a really good chat watching you on the stage there, and congrats on your first podcast episode.
Thank you. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.